recording. So hello guys, so I'm going to start a JavaScript tutorial series for all of you guys. So let's start by what are the editors you should have. So I prefer using Visual Studio Code, which is very good code for me. You can go with any other code editor. So you can go with any other code editor basic. So I'm going with my personal favorite, Visual Studio Code. And you, so I may tell you, first I will show you how to write hello world. I'm going to tell you everything how this code works for you to listen. Open any of your browser and in the console write console.log. For now, let's say hello world. I will afterwards say you what does this mean. So you see there it says hello world. So now I'm going to show you. You can write code also in Notepad, but it is good to have a code editor because you cannot write all the code in a Notepad. As take example, for you have a lots of billions of files, then you cannot if you go scroll. But anyways, if it is good to have an code editor. There are lots of code editor, but my personal favorite is Visual Studio Code. And one more thing is, you wanted to download node.js. You can run your code in browser or in node.js. I will also show you. So there in node.js you will see there are two. If your Windows, the website will automatically show for Windows. If not, you can always go to the downloads and then choose whatever you are using. So I must cancel it. And this is the latest version, which will have lots of bugs. Trust me, because it's still in and development. So it has a lots of bugs. It's still processing, and this one is fully recommended because you can use it fully functional. So you can go and simply click and install. Just you have to go for all the permission, next, nothing to do more. And also for the Visual Studio Code, in the Visual Studio Code, okay, now I will show you my personal. Now I have already downloaded it, node.js and the Visual Studio Code, as you see here. So I have already made a file. So I have already made a file. So click here. You have to make a 3 files. You can also, without writing here, you can just go into your folder and click open with code. If it did not show, you can just simply shift and click it, right click it. Then if it does not show, there is always a button, if you shift and right click, called open with PowerShell window here. So if I write here code dot enter. 1 minute guys, some problem I am facing. So can you see now it shows that all my files are now in the Visual Studio Code, and this is our basic shortcut. Or always you can just go into your file and open with code. You can always open it like that. And so I'm in my Visual Studio Code, and first to connect everything, to connect to your browser, to connect to everything, we should write HTML. So some basic HTML is in Visual Studio Code. There is a shortcut. If you write shift and exclamation mark and put tab, it will give you the boilerplate of everything. Boilerplate. So to connect this, or we can put our JavaScript in HTML, but I prefer, it is not a good practice to write HTML code and to write JavaScript code in HTML. It is not a good practice. You can write it. So I can show you. Like script tab. Now you can write any of the HTML code in here. But I'm telling you more times, this is not a good practice. So I'm telling you something about this tags. So let me just say this first doc type.html. This means we are making HTML not in old years, we are making in new years. And you can see here HTML tag lng is equal to en. It means in HTML we are writing language called English. Okay, and in this head tag you can give your title, you can link any file, in it. So first I'm going to link. So there is a body tag. Everything here, everything is inside the HTML tag. Everything is inside the HTML tag. And inside the body we write our HTML code, like buttons and all. You will learn that all when you pass all my tutorials. And now I was here to, so if you write script, again there is a shortcut in Visual Studio Code. Script, if you write script, and I will choose the second option, and now write whatever your file name is. I will write my file name main.js. Okay, so now I will link the CSS file, whatever my names of the CSS file is. I prefer this to have here because this is good practice to keep your HTML, your JavaScript tag in the body tag only. It's a very good practice, I'm telling you. And for now, basically I will tell you some extension that you should download. So there is one thing, JavaScript ESE code snippets. This you can download for any JavaScript code, and I like to have material icon. You can download this one. And let's say Visual Studio IntelliSense Code. Basically it do what? It will pin everything that you write in daily day. like it will study you what you will write next, and it will give you some list, the what you can write and what you cannot write. So it will give you some list, and these are some extensions that I mostly prefer everyone should have. And now I will show you how to write an H. And I forgot one more called as live server. This basically what does, I will show you for one time when I run this JavaScript code. Now you can see I will run in two types. One in Node, one in Node in the terminal of the Visual Studio Code, and another in the browser with the live extension live server. So this live server basically what it will do, it will just, if you save your file once in the, maybe I will show you in three types. Let's show you in the first type. First type, so I will say you what is in Visual Studio Code there is shortcut called log. If you put tab, this come. So see here, console. Console means what? In your browser, this thing, you can see here console. This inspects, this thing is called console. Console.log means you are like saying it to write this thing or do this thing in the console only. So hello world. So I will write here hello world. So you are thinking why I am putting a string. I am putting a string because it's a word, not a variable to be stored. So I am first going to save it and show you without any live extension. Without on any live extension, I will copy this path. Or there is another way, if you not copy this path, you must simply say command O, command O or control P, and you should choose whatever file you like to put. You must basically choose the HTML file, because if you choose another file, it will not be able to show in the browser. So down you see hello world. So now let's see if I have to change the syntax like this. Let's say hello. Now I have to save it, and here also save it, and then see here telling hello world, but I must also refresh it to say it again hello. So what another thing I can do? So now I will show you with the live extension. So just right click and open with live server. There is, and this is also, and there is also a shortcut Alt plus L or Alt plus O, or you can just simply click go live. It will automatically open in browser. Now let's see. I will refresh. Now see, it say hello to me. So now you see, now I don't have to refresh two times. If I now one time save this file, it automatically saved it. It automatically saved from my files. So this is the use of live server. that I find very useful if you are working on very large projects, because you have to change several times to run a single command. So I found this a very helpful extension. So now I am going to run this on the on Visual Studio Code. I have already installed Node. If you did not install Node, this will not work for you. I am first only telling this will not work for you if you did not install the Node. Now you have to write Node, and which file, if you press tab, it will bring a bunch of files that you already have. So you may think that I have to run main.html. No, you have to run JS file. So if you press now enter, see, it says hello world. So thank you guys for watching. Bye bye. See you soon.